This is the first con I ever demoed Dracula's Ascension at, and a lot of people came and played my game. It was a really great experience. I had a speedrunning contest that this guy won. Look how happy he is. I even gave him $100 for the prize, and it was a great time. Now Jace, he was actually a guy that came on Friday and played for a while, and then he practiced Friday night and made it to the third zone, I believe level 20. And he also brought his friend Chris, and he came and played, and he made it pretty far, but he didn't end up beating the demo this weekend. Hopefully he did go back and practice and beat the demo. Now after all the practice Chase put in on Friday night, he did beat the demo today, but it was only 3 minutes and 53 seconds. And this is where I show you Tyler's journey. And Tyler came and played for 35 minutes. I sifted through this footage and got it down to about 7.5 minutes. And man, I mean, what a great time just going through this footage and watching him play. Now I'm going to try and give you guys some audio from the con, but we were right next to an arcade, so it was kind of hard to hear the voices. But after 3 minutes, he starts getting really invested, and I wanted to show you guys what he does. Now he's already made it past this point, but I can tell he really wants to make it past this level.
Yeah! My soldiers do not buckle or yield! My soldiers rage!
Yeah, really getting into character there, just like Erwin. And he actually says this.
You can cut that part out.
And I'm not cutting that part out. That was way too funny to not leave in there.
Advance!
And this is where he advances on to the third level, and he really starts to begin to understand the jump attack mechanic, where he has to jump and attack to kill this dog and get it onto the platform. Now I've seen people not do it, but he really gets the hang of it here. And he still gets hit by these fireballs, trying to figure out the timing, gets frustrated, and then he goes and tries to fight the demon, and then he falls all the way back down to the first level. So sad and devastated.
Where am I? No, this is the beginning!
And yeah, this is the beginning. And yet still says this.
This is a good game.
Which really hit deep for me, to have somebody go and say this is a good game even after falling, and he keeps falling. Really means a lot to see someone appreciate the game even after falling, after making it so far. Now, even after making it to that point, this guy is still giving him troubles, but after a few more minutes, he actually makes it past that.
Yes! Yeah! Advance! Here we go!
Now he really locks in here right after making it to that point, because he's been sitting down for about 12 minutes. He gets really locked in, beats these guys, and then falls again at the same point. Really devastating for him. He was really getting locked in there too. And I thought he would crack, but then you see this face, and you know he's here for the long game.
I'm gonna try one more. Oh.
He says he's gonna try one more time after about 15 minutes in. And I don't know if you remember, but I told you I have 35 minutes of this guy playing. And he actually managed to make it past the fireball guy that was giving him issues and kill the demon. And look how happy he is. Just like the happiest kid in the world. Then he tries to make this jump, and it really, yeah, he was betrayed, for sure. But after that, he actually locks back in and continues onward. And then this happens again. And he decides to say this.
This is a rage bait game, dude.
And yeah, no, it definitely is a rage bait game. But after about 4 more minutes, he makes it back up to the third level again. And he really starts feeling himself at this point. Look at him trying to cook up a new idea here. And then he lets out a charge for victory.
Shinso Sasageyo! I jumped too high!
You did that last time, you screamed too!
I forgot.
And yeah, he forgot that when he gets too excited for the fireballs, he just wants to jump right into them, and then he falls back down to the first level. And at this point, I thought he was going to get up and walk away, but we chatted for a little bit, and he decides to say this.
That means a lot.
Yeah, one more time. One more time is how he ended up staying here for 35 minutes. Then, he actually beats this guy in a new way. And look how happy he is to have discovered something new. I mean, his face says everything. And at this point, it's about his third, fourth, maybe fifth time up to this level. He's really getting through the fireball guy really easily, kills the demon, and then he finally makes it up to this platform and makes it for his third attempt. Just goes right through, and I mean, look at the excitement. And after this excitement, he starts to have a few questions.
Now what? I have to jump up here?
And he really wanted some answers here. But I wanted to see if he could make it past this point on his own.
You're not allowed to tell me.
No, I am allowed to tell you. I told other people how to get up to this point, but after spending so much time here to make it to this point, I really wanted him to make it on his own. And he deliberates on this for actually about 45 seconds. He sits here and he builds up the courage to actually make the jump. He follows his gut and makes it onto the platform, and he was so surprised. And then, after practicing, he makes the second jump and falls back down to the first level.
Why am I still playing?
And yeah, I honestly was surprised that he still was playing after this, but he made it back to the third level, such ease, and he goes to make the jump again, makes it past this part, makes it past the fireballs, has a lot of confidence at this point, just goes for the jump onto the fourth level, no problem. But as this is only his second time making it here in about 20 minutes, he really starts to try and get a game plan for this, which is what I made these platforms at the beginning for, is so that you can actually see the level and try and plan out your next move. Now he's like trying to practice the jump attack and plans out how he's going to hit this guy shooting fireballs while trying to get onto the platform. Then, after shaking off some nerves, he goes for it. And he gets hit by the fireball and says this.
Dang, dude, I should be a live streamer.
And yeah, I agree. I definitely think Tyler would be a really fun creator to watch. He had a lot of really funny reactions. We were laughing the whole time watching him. It was really fun to watch him play and make it up to this fourth level for a third time. And he goes for it again, and has something to say after.
What did I do wrong?
And Tyler, if you're watching this, sorry to break this down, but he actually made 3 jump attacks before falling, so now you can see him fall and then hit the enemy, so then he gets knocked back. And this is where he hits his limit.
Okay, I gotta take a break.
Which I thought he was going to take a break a lot sooner. I mean, 35 minutes of game time and still making it up to the fourth level was really impressive. He said one more time, 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in, and I thought he was going to give up at that point. And he comes back later and actually beats the demo. I didn't have Yons and Hannah here to help record, but I really wish I would have at least recorded it on my phone so I could have showcased that, he did actually beat the game. He just needed to take a break and come back, and he actually breezed right through it in no time. And these people came, and this guy was actually a really good gamer. He made it up to the third level in pretty short time, probably about 5 minutes. They actually only sat down for 6.5 minutes, but he was making it pretty quickly through. So hopefully I can hear from his story and how far he makes it. But I also want to hear from you and how far you make it in either the demo or full game. I'll put the link down below, and feel free to reach out to me on Instagram with your records. Hopefully I can do this again because it was a really great experience. Thank you for the support and sharing such an amazing experience with me. and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.